Hi, Doug Hasty here, Down to Earth Golf. So you're getting better at chipping. I want you to understand a few more concepts here as you go along so you get even better. First one I want you to understand is that when you're hitting a chip shot, especially from rough like this and just close to the green, spin is negligible, okay? You're just gonna have some backspin on it, but it's not gonna be a lot, and actually you don't really want it. You want it to be consistent. So when the ball lands, it reacts the same way. That's ideally what you want, okay? If you watch the pros and you see the ball spinning, it's not on shots like this. It's on shots further away where they have club head speed and they have better contact and a whole bunch of other things. We'll go over that in pitching. But for chipping, there's not a lot of spin. So how do we control where the ball ends up? Well, we control it by the landing spot and trajectory. So I really want you to understand that. We control where the ball ends up by where it lands and the trajectory it comes in at. So obviously, the higher I hit it, the less it's gonna roll. The lower I hit it, the more it's gonna roll. Okay, that makes sense, right? Let's demonstrate. Okay, so I'm just gonna toss a couple balls. I'm gonna toss this first one low, land it right close to the green here. You can see it rolls out, that's gonna roll out nice distance to the hole. I'm gonna toss this one higher. Actually, I'm gonna try to toss this one higher and land it in the same spot. It doesn't go anywhere at all. I'm gonna try to toss this one medium, land it in the same spot. And obviously it ends up between the two. So we control where the ball ends up through trajectory and landing spot. Okay, so what about that trajectory and that landing spot? I hope you can see the first bit of the green here, and you saw before how far that hole was. The hole's only about 15 paces on the green there. If I'm chipping from here to that hole, it's about 15 paces on the green. I know you can't see it. I'm going to try to land the ball about 1 to 2 paces on the green. So I'm going to try to land the ball in this area here. I don't want to land it really close to the edge because then I might hit it short in the rough and the ball's not going to go anywhere. And I want to land it near the edge of the green because, boy, it's a lot easier to hit a landing spot that's way closer to me than it is to hit a landing spot further away. It's a lot easier to get that ball on the green and rolling than it is to get it way up in the air and try to make it stop. Okay, I really want you to understand that. So we want to land the ball near the edge of the green. Now, if there was a pin, let's say 40 feet from me or 50 feet from me, believe it or not, I'm going to land it in the same spot. I'm going to land it 1 or 2 yards onto the green, but I'm going to hit a whole different trajectory to get to roll there. So if I use a pitching wedge to go to the short one, I'm probably going to use an 8-iron or 7-iron to get to roll all the way to the long one. So I want you to understand that, okay? That to change trajectory, we're going to use different clubs mostly. We're going to talk a little bit more advanced next video, but basically we're going to change clubs. And you want to be able to control your landing spot and control your trajectory to be a really good chipper of the golf ball. Okay, one last thing I want you to understand about getting better at chipping is that you really want to start to recognize how the ball is sitting in the grass. How much grass is there? How much grass is behind the ball? Is it sitting in a hole? Is it sitting up? That's called how the ball lies. And we want to make sure that we understand that, and that does have to change sometimes what we do with the shot. I'm going to talk more about that in instruction. But first of all, it's understanding. I just want you to throw a couple balls in here. There's one that's kind of sitting on a bare spot in a bunch of grass. Okay, hopefully you can see this. This one's sitting up in the grass. It's nice. I don't have some really long rough here, but hopefully you can picture I had really, really long rough. The ball would sit down in that rough. You know, if you watch the US Open, you got the ball, it's really nestled in almost like a bird's nest. All those things change how the ball is going to react, how hard you have to swing. So there's a lot of variables here. You want to start to practice those different things though and see what happens. We'll talk a little bit about them in instruction, okay? So recognize the lie of the golf ball in the grass is the last thing I want you to understand as you're getting better at chipping.